scared you, didn't I? So with that being said, this week's video is going to be all about my paranormal experiences, which now that I think about it, I've had a lot. Probably more than normal, which is actually pretty terrifying because that could mean I'm possessed or haunted or something, but we're not gonna think about it like that. So my first paranormal, weird, ghostly experience is when I went to a scary movie in theaters for the first time. I don't really remember which movie it was, but all that matters is it was scary. And of course, little old me, after the movie's over, I decided, hey friends, I'm not gonna go back with you after we just watched a terrifying movie. I'm gonna go home by myself. Do you see where this is going? Now let me just say real quick, I have not been to a scary movie since that day, but there is a new scary movie coming out called The Quiet Ones, and I saw the trailer for it, and I'm not gonna lie, I have to see it. Even though I know I'm probably gonna get just as scared as I was at the first one, if not more, I'm determined. The trailer looks so good, it's so paranormal and freaky, but this time I'm not going home alone. Nope, 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 nope. As a matter of fact, let's see it together. We'll go see The Quiet Ones all on the same night. We'll tweet each other during it, keep each other company, and then after the movie, you all gotta go home with a friend. Because what I'm about to tell you from the time I didn't go home with a friend, it's gonna change your life forever. But seriously, it's pretty freaky. So I got home from the movie and basically the thoughts started kicking in. You know what I'm talking about. The thoughts of, wow, that was a really scary movie. Hopefully that doesn't happen to me tonight. So like I said, I was in the bathroom washing my face, getting ready for bed, and it was dead silent, and then I heard something, and then I heard another thing, and another thing. I got so freaked out to the point where I slept on the floor in the bathroom because I didn't want to leave because I was convinced there was someone outside the door knocking. Now I know that doesn't exactly sound like a paranormal experience, but when I tell you the next story, you'll see how it kind of ties in and it's basically real. So I grew up hating ghosts, hating anything to do with supernatural, freaky stuff. When I was little, I could never watch those ghost hunter shows because I would end up waking up crying, sleeping in my mom's bed, peeing my mom's bed, etc. And ain't nobody got time for no kids who pee the bed. But of course we all have that one friend. That one friend who knows you can't watch ghost shows or you'll get freaked out, so of course, you know, they make you watch a ghost show. So I was at my friend's house and they put on a ghost show, and me being me, I try to act all tough like, ghost? Yeah, I wanna watch it. While inside I was like, please God help me get through this. So we watched the ghost show and I got totally freaked out, came home. That night, I actually had a super real, freaky, paranormal experience. I laid in bed, shut my eyes, couldn't stop thinking about the show, but you know when you lay there in bed and you're like, go to bed, shut your eyes, go to bed right now. I was doing that for a good half hour, and I was finally drifting off into that beautiful sleep phase when bam, no over exaggerating, I felt someone ruffle the sheets. You know when somebody lifts them up and you kind of shake them out? And I was so frozen with fear I couldn't even move. I just laid there in bed for about 5-10 minutes just like, am I awake or am I dreaming? That couldn't have just happened. That did just... Mom! And from that point on, I had been convinced that there was a ghost or demon, whatever it was, living in my room. So for an entire year, I slept on the floor of my brother's room. And we all know, boys don't have clean rooms, don't have good smelly rooms. They're very smelly. Thinking about it now even kind of freaks me out. If we're being real, I kind of have a little bit of the goosebumps going on. And of course, I have to talk about the time I went ghost hunting. Me and my roommate went ghost hunting to this place where a house had been like torn down, burned down, whatever, because it was so haunted. A bunch of haunting things kept happening. But basically we went there at night while it was pitch dark, and we stood on these stairs of where the house had been. And apparently if you stood there and the guy who used to own the house didn't like you, you could feel him push you off. Well, I stood on those stairs. I stood on those stairs with a couple other people and we got pushed off. Like no joke, there was a full-on push off the stairs. And I know it doesn't sound too crazy, but when you're living it, it is so freaky, man. You just want to run and get home and never go back. But until you experience it, you really just can't know. And lastly, with my paranormal experiences, me and my friends one day decided it was a good idea to play with a Ouija board. If you don't know what a Ouija board, it is basically a big board of letters where you can talk to ghosts and they'll like push you to the letters and like spell out their replies to your questions. Now me and my friends, of course, were all laughing, joking around, thinking, oh, this isn't gonna really work. That was our first mistake, man, right there. That was our first mistake. So the whole time we were joking around, moving it ourselves, not really paying attention. And then when it comes time for bed and we are all laying in the dark, boom, we heard something fall in the kitchen. And of course nobody wanted to get up and be the one to go look. But finally we all joined arms because that's gonna stop the ghost. One of us won't, but all of us joined arms. That's gonna stop it. But we all joined arms and walked into the kitchen and saw a banana on the floor. Now we all know bananas come in those little bunches where you have to pull it off, okay? So that means something pulled this banana off of the whole bunch and threw it on the floor. For a while we thought it was somebody else in the house trying to prank us because they knew we messed around with a Ouija board, but everybody else was asleep. To this day we don't really know what exactly happened with that, but I don't like to think about it. I just like to block it out and pretend it was somebody else in the house. It was not a ghost. No. But anyway, those are all my paranormal experiences. I hope you're not as freaked out as I am just talking about it, because now I kind of feel like I need to run to my mommy's bed and sleep there. But if you want to check out the trailer for The Quiet Ones, the movie I was talking about earlier, the link will be in the description. And leave a comment if you have ever experienced something paranormal or freaky like that. And of course, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and tweet it at me so I can retweet and follow you. Okay, bye! I'm actually filming this at night, so it kind of makes it 10 times worse, and I probably shouldn't have filmed it at night, but I did, and that's my mistake, and now I'm gonna have to sleep with all the lights on, cuddling 50 bajillion teddy bears.